Hi everyone! In this quick guide, I'll show you exactly how to craft your own sewing kits so you can repair your gear anytime, anywhere. Sewing kits are required for repairing most clothing items, backpacks, and sometimes tactical gear. Keeping your clothes in good shape means better storage and protection. To craft an improvised sewing kit, you need two main items, a needle and a thread. Well, actually a thread spool, but we'll get to that soon. You can find metal needles in loot spots like houses, garages, or tool sheds, as well as searching dead zombies. If you do not want to use your metal needles or don't have one, then you can easily get bone needles. You'll need to kill an animal or puppet and skin or chop it with a knife to get bones. And then once you have the bones, you can right-click and craft a bone needle. It only takes one bone. So if you have a ton of bones, then you want to craft quite a few needles. You can go into your crafting menu and select the auto craft option. So bone needle, you go right into that, and then you can click auto craft right here. And yeah, you just have to have a knife on hand as well for both. Okay, so you'll want to pick that bone needle up. Alright, now let's talk about thread. For the thread requirement, spools of thread or fishing line count. That's important to know, so you do have some options there. Thread spools are pretty common in houses, garages, and sheds. Fishing line is also in sheds and garages, and you can also find them in areas around boats, and I seem to find quite a bit of them in broken down cars for whatever reason. A quick note as well, if you pull out a length of line like this, you cannot use it to craft a sewing kit. This is just for fishing now. So important thing to note, keep things in spools if you're not sure if you're going to use it for fishing or crafting the sewing kits. Having multiple options does mean you'll almost always have what you need to craft a sewing kit when you need it most, but if you can't find any of these, you can buy any of this at a trader as well. Alright, so once you have a needle and thread or fishing line in your inventory, you can go into crafting and search for the sewing kit. And I'll pull up that improvised sewing kit here. And I'll show you'll need a needle, and I'll tell you how many uses of thread. So for me it's 9. And you'll want both of these in your inventory. Now, something cool to note before we actually craft this is that you do not need the thread requirement to be all thread or all fishing line. You can mix and match any of these and it'll work. So it's a great way to use up the remnants of low quantity spools. So let's see, to test this out, we'll go ahead and use this 8 thread and 1 nylon line here. So that gives me the total of 9. So I'll just select all of these and boom, I have the option to craft this. So we'll go ahead and get this crafted up. And when you do craft this, each sewing kit has 15 uses, and depending on how damaged your gear is, a single full repair can take several out of that 15, not just one. So it's always a good idea to keep those needles and bones when you find them, as well as some of these extra line on hand. So I'll pick up that sewing kit, and so now we have a full use sewing kit right here. This was a quick guide on how to craft sewing kits in SCUM. If you have any questions about gear repair or other crafting tips, drop a comment down below. If you found this guide useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more SCUM tutorials and survival tricks. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you know when my next video goes live. See you next time!